Welcome back to the Comic Dudes. We've got a very special episode today. If you've been watching for a while or listening for a while, we talked a lot about the X-Men recently. So I guess it doesn't matter if you're listening for a while or not, because this is recent history. But we talked a lot about the good old days of the X-Men, and we talked some about how things aren't so great in current times. So we thought it would be fun to kick it back to the old school, the days of the gold and the blue teams. And Matt and I are each going to draft our own gold and blue teams a la the NFL draft. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll get right into it. It's going to be like standard, like snake style draft. We did a randomizer before we started recording. I won, so I will get to pick first. And then we will take it from there. Matt, anything you want to add before we get going?
I'd just like to say I won 2 of our dice rolls, but I lost on the third one, the one that counts. So, I mean, I'm feeling very much.
They were your rules.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. I'm feeling much like.
They were your rules.
Yeah. The team who gets to the Super Bowl and blew it. So, yeah.
All right. Well, with that. The X-Men draft is underway.
That's incredible. You didn't even get to the best part of that song, though. I'm a little upset.
Trying to not get a copyright strike.
That's true.
You can only use so much, man.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
So with the first pick in the X-Men draft to lead the gold team, we're going to go with the guy that had this taken away from him back in the 70s. This was rightfully his, and for whatever reason, editorial or the writers changed their minds. We're going Colossus for my number 1 overall pick to lead the gold team.
Oh, okay. All right.
Why is that funny?
It's all right.
He's got all of the... He has all of the leadership skills that I would want. He sometimes chooses to not just throw fists.
That's true.
He's a very smart guy. Natural born leader, can connect with anyone.
Great pacifist and farmer now. Great leader.
Stop it. This is the good old days.
Mustaches, beards.
No, not he's. If you're watching this one on YouTube, he's clean shaven in my draft sheet.
All right,
Matt. First, you got 2 picks now. You get to go back to back.
Okay, so if any of you know me and know my love and fascination, there's really like only one real leader of the X-Men, the one who it was taken away from and given to, the optimal, or should I say optic person, to lead the team. That'd be Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, would be my first pick.
Gold team or blue team?
This would be gold. Oh, man. Okay, so the second pick. And this is where the fun comes in, because I don't know if Dave's going to take this person. So my second pick, in the leadership position, is... Oh, this will be an interesting publishing line. We're going to jump into villains, because I think we can dip into villains a little bit. So I'm going to dip in and take a villain who was reformed when I started reading comics. And I know Dave and I both have love for this character. I'm going to take Miss Emma Frost to lead my second team.
Oh, wow.
Let's start it off spicy. I had the pick of the lay of the land, but let's go Emma Frost. I like that. Let's do it.
So when you said you're throwing it back, you mean you're throwing it back to like 2013?
Well, yeah, when I started.
We're not going that far back here.
It's like 20 years now. We're old. We're old, Dave.
All right.
Can I see the board, or are you just keeping it internally? I need to write it down.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to share the board. Damn it.
You're good, bro. You're good, man. He has a wonderful board he's going to share.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube this time, that might be the preferred way to watch this episode.
Yeah,
I actually have I have a draft board with graphics and everything. I'm typing in names as we draft them. For those of you that are on the audio version of this, I'll recap who is on each team as we go, so you don't lose track of who's picking who and what's been picked. But yeah, YouTube might be the way to watch this one or consume this one. So It's
Love
to
it more.
me. I really don't have to take these in any specific order, but just for the sake of like my second pick is not going to be the leader of the blue team.
Okay.
We're gonna load up the gold team a little bit.
Okay.
And I desperately want to be able to see the fastball special anytime I
Oh,
want it. So we're
man,
putting Wolverine with Colossus on the gold team.
that's a good one.
There's nothing I love more than watching Colossus throw those claws at somebody. I think that's
That's a
the
good
one of
one.
the best things that's ever happened in the X-Men. So for my blue team leader, I there's a couple people that I really really want to target. Um and I'm not sure if I'm ready to name a leader of the blue team.
Okay.
We might just have to keep going gold. I'd really, the gold
Oh
team is
wow.
going to be the gold team is going to be a little edgier. And maybe the stronger
See,
of the two teams. I don't know, we'll see. Blue team might be the JV version. We'll see who's available in the later rounds, but um with the third overall pick to get my gold team up to half full now, we'll have Colossus Wolverine and one of my favorite all-time characters, Warren Worthington. But
oh, the version, the cool
Archangel.
version,
This is
the cool.
Archangel Warren Worthington. This
If
is
you,
yes. This is the blue and purple with the metal wings shooting the
yes,
blades. This is the cool
yes,
version of Archangel. So let me
yep.
get him up on the board. Gold team is a very strong, very edgy team.
On my
Matt's
notes, I
back to you.
definitely on my notes it definitely was like 90s version, like 90s version Archangel. Like that's what I want. I don't want that the regular version. All right.
So
Am I up
you've got two team
to?
leaders. You got the gold team leader
Okay.
Cyclops, blue team leader Emma Frost. Who's next?
All right. So let's go back to. I'm just gonna pair him up. You got the the fastball special. I might as well just get the power couple going. Give me Jean Grey on the gold team.
Knew it.
I need some power on that team. I'm kind of. I think I'm gonna have a similar strategy to you. I'm kind of lacking a little bit over there, so let's go with that. Um, this is interesting. I think with my I'm gonna gamble here a little bit, but I think with my blue team pick, one of the coolest X-Men characters, visually, in my opinion, was definitely a '90s guy through and through. Also has a sordid past a little bit as well too. In a previous
Interesting.
retcon, I'm gonna go with the Raging Cajun. Give me Gambit.
Wow. Fourth overall pick, and you're going
Fourth
Gambit.
overall pick.
The blue team chemistry is
You're
off
gonna
to a rough start, in
you're
my
gonna see
opinion.
you're gonna that's what's gonna make the book interesting, the team interesting.
I mean, I love your gold team, Cyclops and Jean Grey, classic.
I'm we got some stuff. We got some stuff. So
All right, so it's
go.
back to me.
It is
My
back to
gold
you.
team, we've got Colossus, Wolverine, and Archangel, the '90s version of Archangel.
Your blue team's
It's
not so
time to
great right
put
now, Dave. Your blue
it's
team's
time to
lacking.
put a leader on the blue team. And I said that the blue team was going to kind of be like the JV squad potentially. I don't just mean that they're going to be underpowered. However, they might be a little bit on the youth and inexperienced side.
Okay.
And because of that, I need someone that's seen and done it all, someone grizzled, battle tested, and another proven leader who's also got a he's hard on people, but he's got a bit of a soft side too. When I first lived out on my own, my first apartment, I always hated that I had to pay the cable bill.
I knew you were gonna
We gotta put my man Nate Cable leading the blue team.
How's he's a heavy hitter, man. That's not a JV. That's a heavy
I
hitter
know.
there.
I know. That's why leadership. I said the JV squad not necessarily going to be underpowered, but I want remember what happened at the end of the New Mutants run in the 90s when they transitioned into X-Force and Cable was leading all of these young mutants into the promised land. That's what I want for my blue team. I want gold team, like classic, tried and true, like, you know, the X-Men, like how you'd remember the X-Men. And then the blue team is going to be like, it's going to be like they're not equal teams. Blue team's sort of like where you go to prove it. That's your prove it squad. We got Cable taking them to boot camp.
I like it.
Now my next pick, this one, see, I don't know what to. I'm a little lost.
It's interesting.
I'm a little lost because I really, you know, honestly, if I'm being honest, Jean Grey was going to go on my gold team.
Yeah,
Jean was going to go on the gold team. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna round out. Maybe this is a co-leader situation, but I'm gonna put someone else on the blue team that I think will have a similar but slightly different outlook than Cable will, and there's gonna be some tension here as well.
That's what I like,
because these guys don't really get along all that well. But I want Bishop on the blue team.
Yes,
the two time travelers.
Jerry Curl Bishop. That's clean cut.
Yes,
Curl.
It's Jerry Curl. This is 90s Bishop.
Your third pick is actually Jerry Curl. So just so you
know. Back to you. For those listening, Matt's gold team is Cyclops and Jean Grey. His blue team is Emma Frost and Gambit. Next pick.
Okay. This is tough, man. This is fun. Okay. I want to pick someone. I might go back-to-back blue team picks here. So I want to pick someone who is a strong... I'm kind of thinking of conflict when I'm making... Like, the conflict is interesting, but I want these individuals to kind of work together. So I'm thinking like some strong personalities. Like I think Emma's like pretty much proven herself to kind of be like on the side of the Angels, regardless of her past. But I want
like the
kind of like
personality.
Yeah, I want another kind of co-leader. Now that you said that, like I think another co-lead is good on the blue team. So with that, and I probably should have took this with the fourth pick and not gone Gambit with straight disrespect. But give me my girl Storm. Give me Aurora Monroe on the blue team.
Okay. On the blue team.
Yeah, blue team. And I think I'm going to go back-to-back on blue team.
Oh.
I want one more heavy hitter on the blue team. Someone that is definitely misunderstood, but is a very, very powerful character in the Marvel universe. And especially now moving forward in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think there might be some conflict with this character. And they might take off from sometimes and come back to the team, but I'm okay with that. My blue team pick, give me Namor.
Oh,
he is a mutant.
Interesting.
He's the first mutant. Give me Namor.
Interesting.
Namor.
Your blue team is in shambles from where I'm sitting. Dude,
that's a great
I don't
know
how they're going to get anything done.
They're going to fight, infighting. We need a political... If we're doing the current Marvel line, infighting, talking. Yeah, give me Namor. Let's do it.
All right.
You're up.
I don't want to do the current Marvel line with infighting and talking. I hate that. That's part of why I wanted to do this. Okay, so I have two picks. I want to add more to the blue team. I want to put a little youth for Cable and Bishop, to really mold into the next generation, take over as the true leaders of maybe not true leaders of the X-Men. I want to put some youth on the blue team, and we're gonna put Laura Kinney, X-23.
That was on my list.
That's my girl. I love me some Laura Kinney. I think we're gonna go gold team next. So I've got Colossus, Wolverine, and Archangel. Colossus currently leading the gold team. God, you know what? I really don't know. There's so many good options that I could put here. Hmm. Because part of the challenge that I have is that with Colossus as the leader, there's already going to be a little bit of, he's got to deal with a big personality in Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's not going to always want to do what Colossus wants him to do. So I feel like I need to put in some softer support personalities, but I also want people that are really, really powerful because I really want this team to be just full of people you don't want to fuck with, you know?
Yeah, I mean you're disrespecting my blue team, but your gold team. I mean,
I am.
Colossus and Wolverine get along. Wolverine doesn't agree with anyone any of the time, but
That's true. That's true. You got a
they
point.
have a mad respect for each other, even though
you got a point.
You know, Wolverine gets thrown around by Colossus all the time. They got mad respect. So
I think I can. I've got one that I've got my eye on, but I think I can get them later. I don't think you're going to take them. And there's someone that I really want that I don't think is. I just don't think they're going to be powerful enough now. Give me. God, I don't really want to do this.
You want to do it? Do it, coward.
I got called out. I got called out. Honestly, I got to put myself on the timer.
Yeah, we should have did the timer.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself the time to hurry it up.
Let's go, bub.
Soundboard.
Slapping my own wrist.
That's great.
That's where we're at. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna take Cyclops' brother. We're gonna put Havoc.
I did not
give
think
me Alex Summers.
There. I did not think you would go there.
Yeah, it's not an X-Men without a Summers.
I know.
I got 2 Summers on each team now, so I think I'm good. Back to you.
So I really didn't think I was going to do this and work on one team, but I really am. So as you stated, my blue team has some conflict on it. You know, Namor, Emma Frost can fly off the reservation a little bit. Storm can sometimes question authority. So I want someone who I think is just. Well, I didn't really always like this guy, but I think he's like the moral center of the X-Men, and I really like the character. Really cool power. I think he represents a lot of us that have been persecuted for anything, much like a lot of the X-Men, but he doesn't look normal, so it's even more difficult for him. But with all that said, he always remains optimistic and is always cheery. And I love the one series where how much affection Logan has for this character. Give me Nightcrawler on the blue team as the moral center.
Okay.
And
my spelling is
Nougat Crawler. That's fine. And then I'm gonna jump over the gold team, hit for spot number 3. Another heavy hitter. I mean, I don't really need to. One of the most recognizable X-Men characters in recent times has really come to the side of the Angels. Even maybe I think it's a good move, but sometimes I don't think it's a good move. But I'm rambling. Give me Magneto in my number 3 slot on the gold team.
That's a solid team.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking Magneto, but I didn't. I was going to wait it out and see what happened. Your gold team is headed in a very classic and powerful direction.
Yeah. I don't love your blue Magneto. Team. That's fine.
You can have white suit Magneto if you want him.
I want white suit Magneto too. I like the purple suit, but
all right. So we're about halfway through. I'm up next. As it stands currently, my gold team: Colossus, Wolverine, Archangel, Havoc. My blue team: Cable, Bishop, X-23. Matt's gold team: Cyclops, Jean Grey, Magneto. Very powerful team. Blue team, Emma Frost, Gambit, Storm, Namor, Nightcrawler. Shambles. Absolutely shambles. I don't know how they're getting anything done.
I think it's a great team because Namor's going to fly off and get pissed off. That's why we're going to get stuff done. He's going to get mad and leave and come. He's going to come save us when we need him the most. That's what he's.
Yeah,
that's
for. Fair. That's fair.
He's going to get mad.
Okay, so my blue team, we're going to put some more youth on the blue team, and also, I've got kind of a theme going. There's not really that much of a theme. Well, it's kind of a theme. Where we're going to keep this in the family. We're going to put Peter's younger sister, Illyana Rasputin, Magik, on the blue team. That's
a good one.
She's very powerful. She's the ruler of Limbo. She's not really a kid, but she belongs on the blue team. Very powerful, very responsible, belongs on the blue team. For my gold team, I'm gonna give Havoc. I'm gonna throw Havoc a bone here in more ways than one. If you've ever read those classic X Factor comics from the '90s when Havoc was leading the team, you'd know that he's typically accompanied by, I guess you would say, somebody he's got a pretty heavy vested romantic interest in. Do you know who we're talking? Do you know who's going on the gold team next?
With Havoc, is it Polaris? I'm not sure.
It is Polaris.
Okay.
Partially because you took Magneto and I wanted a magnetism character. So we're going to take the next best thing. So back to you.
Ooh, all right. I'm just looking up a power real quick. Well, I know one of the characters I want to take. So, you just touched on, it on the whole like romance angle, and all that good stuff. So I want to have a little conflict on my gold team. So I'm going to throw a pretty classic 90s character on there. One that I may or may not have a crush on or had a crush on. Give me, and every person probably did at that age, but give me Psylocke on the gold team.
Okay.
And I want to fill out. We'll stick with gold team. There's still so many good ones out there.
I know.
Where it's getting tough now because of like just sheer spaces. He's not really my favorite, but I feel like I should go with him. Ooh, that's another good one. All right, my gold team's pretty classic, like you said, so we'll just kind of stick with the classic X-Men. We got a lot of, I think, firepower on the gold team, so I want someone who can also have some brains, help us, think through some things. And I also kind of want, there's two people I'm thinking of right now. I feel like I want the master inventor, or do I really want the smart guy? I'll give you the master. I'll let you take the master inventor.
Now you can have
my team needs to be more traditional. Give me Beast in that spot. I'll take Beast.
Blue team or gold team?
Gold team. Hank,
your gold team is very traditional.
Yeah, it's pretty traditional. So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is tough, man. It's good that we did it this way because, there's so many good characters that, I need 3 more people. You're having the same internal discussions I just was.
Huh?
You're having the same internal discussions I just was. It's getting.
No, I'm actually. I think
You're pretty locked.
Yeah, I think I'm good. So, I'm gonna add one to the blue team. I think just by nature of it being, there's a lot of Cable and Bishop. They're time travel guys. They're going to have some young people on the team. They're probably going to, at some point, they're going to get messed up in some sort of time travel hijinks or something that's pretty serious and pretty scary. And they need to have a quick exit. They need teleportation. So we're going to add Clarice Ferguson, a.k.a. Blink, to the blue team. So we've got some fast travel. And then I think we're going to finish out the gold team. I was going to take Beast. I was thinking Forge.
Yeah, that's...
But I might... I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to go with it's kind of the diet Jean Grey.
Rachel
Summers.
Yep, she's on my list in case you took Jean, because I was like, I need a Summers on there.
All right, so these are your last two picks, and then I got my final one.
All right, so with my last two picks, I want to take an eye, I think, and move a little bit, like looking at my list, move a little bit towards youth. Some youthful characters there. So in the gold team, I want to pick a little bit of a heavy hitter. We're gonna this is our scrappy team. We're definitely gonna be in the field, so we're gonna get banged up a little bit. So we got Beast to help us a little bit, maybe with some medicine and some cures, but we probably should have some kind of healer. And also one of the characters I know we both like a lot and is a healer. I'm going to take Hope Summers for the gold team. And the last spot there is our youth pick. And then for my last pick on the blue team, also looking towards youth, and I'm looking like at my characters who I have on there and some team synergy. Someone that is also like a bright spot, because we got Namor in there, causing some havoc. He's probably going to leave and go off and do things. So we need another optimistic character that also has some pretty strong relationships with Storm and Nightcrawler as well, and clashes a little bit with Emma, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure, but we got interesting team dynamics on the blue team. I'm going to take Kitty Pryde, and I have to get Lockheed as well, too. Like, that's just how that happens. You can't split them up.
Yeah, but, no, yeah, they're a package deal.
That's like a package deal. Yeah, you're going to put it. You don't have to put it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
They're a package deal. You can't really read it too well because it's...
Lockheed.
It's okay, though. All right, so, Matt, your teams are finished. We'll go through and reread the full list of teams after I make my last pick. Part of me,
no pressure,
because of our previous conversations. Part of me is a joke. If I got the last pick, I was going to take Morph as Mr.
I have him on my list too.
But I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
Unfortunately, my last pick was going to be Hope Summers, so I am not 100% prepared now. I'm on the clock and I'm struggling. I'm like the Minnesota Vikings when they missed that pick altogether like a few years ago. They just got lapped. Like, you might be just stealing somebody from my team, because I am like struggling to find someone else to put on the blue team right now that I like. I mean, I was kicking around the idea of maybe Dakin, but like, I don't. That's too much. That's too much claw action on my teams.
I mean, you got a big futuristic vibe, so like, it's either Forge, another character I wanted to pick but just kind of ran out of spaces that I also really like. You want Lady Luck on your side. What about Domino?
Mm-mm.
No, you don't like Domino? Can't get down Domino?
This is a youth movement.
Jubilee.
No, I got it. I got my guy. My guy. Whoa. Wrong screen. I mouse scrolled on the wrong screen. So we're going to go with. I don't know if you know much about this character.
Longshot. That's right.
Huh?
Longshot. He was also on my list.
No, it's not. It's not Longshot. So this character, his name is Warlock. Do you remember Warlock?
Oh, Doug Ramsey, dude. You get Doug Ramsey. You get Doug
Ramsey
by
the techno-organic.
Yeah, you get both of them. That's a package deal.
Well, why don't I do this? Why don't I do this? Because there was a period of time where
Douglock.
I was just gonna go with Douglock.
Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely.
All right. Hold on. Let me close out the draft. The X-Men 2023 draft is now complete. To summarize our teams, my gold team, led by Colossus, filled out with Wolverine, Archangel, Havoc, Polaris, and Rachel Summers. A very powerful team, strong team. My blue team, Youth Movement, led by Cable. Bishop is there, sort of a co-leader role. They're kind of boot camp style in this thing. They've got X-23, Magic, Blink, and Douglock. Blue team is going to be getting into some weird stuff, let's be honest.
And Bishop's Jerry Curl. Don't forget about the Jerry Curl.
And Bishop's Jerry Curl. Couldn't go without that. Matt's gold team, arguably the best of the four teams. Cyclops leading with Jean Grey, Magneto, Psylocke, Beast, and Hope Summers. Good team. Blue team led by Emma Frost with Gambit, Storm, Namor, Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde, and Lockheed. I think your blue team is going to implode. I truly do.
Okay. We're going to get a new number one. We'll get a new number one next month. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. When we relaunch it in 16 issues, what we'll do is, I'd say probably a year and a half from now, we'll do a full crossover with all four teams.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that there's a pie eating contest, maybe a dance off. No actual fighting, and a very confusing wrap up that leads to us all dropping the books. That's how you do it, right?
Pretty much. No, these are some good team lineups, I think.
Honestly, now that we're finished, I feel like we probably could have done like 3 teams each, and it would have made this a little more challenging. I think 2 teams each. This was a little easier than I expected it to be. There's a couple times where I was like scrambling to get somebody, but in general, man, there's so many mutants to choose from.
There's so many good ones too.
Yeah. Rogue's nowhere to be found on here.
Yeah, then I was gonna do that, but I think if you
no one took Professor X.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I legitimately didn't even have him on my list. But yeah. This was fun. This was fun.
It was fun. So, as I stated at the beginning of the episode, this one might be better for YouTube. So if you watch it on YouTube, like, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever. If you listened on one of our audio episode hosting sites like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any other podcast sites that are out there, I hope this was a good listening experience. If it wasn't, let us know. There's a survey at the end of every episode that you can give me feedback on, and I'll read all that stuff. So, if you like it, we'll do more of these things. If you didn't like it, I don't know. We still like doing it. We just won't do any more. It's not a big deal. Matt, anything else to add?
No, this was a good time. I'm glad we did this.
Me too. All right. Well, we'll be back in 7 days with our May Invincible episode. It's about that time. It's almost the end of May. That one's going to come out on Memorial Day. So come back for that. If you've been following us for the Invincible episodes, that one's coming soon. If you dig the podcast, share it with a friend, tell somebody about us, like it, share it, whatever. We really appreciate it. Our Twitters are in the episode description on both YouTube and on the audio pod. So you can follow us on Twitter. We'll follow you back and talk about comics. We do appreciate your time checking us out. And my name is Dave.
And I'm Matt.
We'll see you all in 7 days. Bye-bye.
Peace.